All right. Okay, this is janky.
This is janky as shit because it's on your fucking phone.
I just put up all the camera equipment and we forgot to do an intro and outro. And I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have time. I want to go have sex
You
with
know
my
what?
boyfriend.
I. That's
I need
inappropriate.
something inside me, and it needs to be a penis or a Dr. Pepper. You mark my words on that.
Like Robert.
Yes, like Robert. That's a beer can.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Anyway, Danique is talking some tea. He is like,
Danique the Freak.
yes, follow him, follow her. But yes, what a lovely conversation. As somebody who
He's
got
great.
voted off early, it was nice to get to know him in a different way and just find out more about him. So I think they're going to love it.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Are you ready?
Oh, Danique is ready, everybody.
You have to do-
Welcome to the show.
Danique is ready.
Look at you and your
Ready, honey.
look at your glass of wine, sugar.
We need.
Bottle of wine.
We need to reenact the famous scene. What happens when Sam is going home and Justin goes by crying and Danique goes. Cut to it. Yeah. Yes. It's my.
That is. I think Jake has a gif of that.
I have a gif of that because it was literally made. Someone made it the night of, and it has
Oh
long.
my God.
It has long been my favorite moment because it was the most real moment of all of that. The camera just went, and you went, and just drank.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about that.
Yes.
I don't watch reality TV,
Uh-huh.
and I'm not familiar with the formula, and I'm not familiar with anything dealing with reality. And whatever job that I go into, I usually research it.
Right.
You know, I research the company, I research the position and whatnot because I work corporate.
Yeah.
But I chose not to because I wanted to have genuine reactions and be,
True.
my authentic self. So
Yes.
I decided not to, and that's what happened. So.
Well, okay. Well, so and that said, like, so in this whole process, like, what was the most surprising thing for you to be on this show?
I was surprised to be on this show, one, because I thought I was above the age limit. I usually think that they want 20-year-olds, and they really just wanted, like, everyday people. I'm not, super built. I call Robert lean cuisine. It's not to talk bad about him, but anybody that, is fit and, tight and right and all the right places, like, Miss Lean Cuisine, and I didn't think Miss Lean Cuisine would want anything with this pork belly and back fat, honey. So I was just like so surprised that they, like me, average Joe, business analyst, corporate working, hard working average Joe. So I was really, really shocked, but I was so thankful for the position.
I think you're super like relatable and quirky and interesting, and your responses to things are honest and they're authentic and they weren't rehearsed. Like a lot of times people
no.
would say something like, I'm here to blah 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 because they'd watched reality TV enough to know I have to do it like this.
Yeah, you weren't like that. You
weren't
kept
like
it real.
that.
I was like, I want to feel barefoot and pregnant on the porch, with dinner on the table and the dessert in the oven, asking myself, what, when, and why did this happen?
Amen.
I was just like, this is me. You need to like me for who I am, and you take it or leave it. So,
Yes.
So and
not rehearsed at all.
So were you surprised when you were told to give your tie back? Were you shocked?
I wasn't shocked because I really agree with, what Robert said in many sense. Like, we really had this kind of, like, friendship kind of vibe. We didn't really talk about anything too deep, anything of substance. It was just really like a fun kiki, and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, that's not something that he's actually looking for. He's looking, for a long-term thing. And I think it was also mutual. What I'm looking for, what's really big for me is mental stimulation. Mental stimulation and connection on...
That's not Robert.
And you did not
That's
get
not
that
Robert.
from
Lord
Robert.
Jesus. Sorry,
And
you
did not
can't
get
say it,
that.
but I can.
No. Listen, it was
He's
just
like Charlie Brown's teacher.
It's kind of like, and my favorite's when he would look at people and he's got that kind of glazed look. Yeah.
I should have overactive teared up. Like, it was like...
You know what? I think that may have something
I think
to
it
that
may.
because, and I think, and I also think he was trying to be serious and like emotional for the show. That he came off as humorless. He came off as just like, and he may in real life he may be completely like his guard is down or anything like that. But on the show he was just humorless. And it's an interesting kind of thing to have your bachelor. You know, he's gorgeous, yes, and he's got like a weird action figure body. But like,
And he's got a dick like a baby's arm. 'Cause we've seen that picture.
Baby, let me tell you something. When he came out that we did a shoot at the beach. Oh, honey. Woo! I saw his religion, honey. I saw that, the print, the bulge. I said, oh, he's very Puerto Rican, honey.
He is.
He grew up Catholic. I said...
You're like, forgive me for
yeah,
my
he's
sins.
well endowed. I mean, I didn't see it, but I
Kneel
just,
before me.
I can't help it. I'm a gay man, of course you can be like,
No.
well, it's also
it's or whatnot, so...
Did you? Let's talk about some of your other guys. Some of the guys in the house. Did you?
Okay.
Some of them were more reserved than others.
Okay.
Going in there, and I know you were kind of like, oh, let's all have friends. Let's all be friends. Let's all have fun.
No. I didn't come there to make friends.
Oh,
and I said
you dropped the line.
I said I didn't come here to make any friends. I kind of had the same mindset as Dylan. I didn't come there to make friends. I came there, for Robert and to get to know him and to see if there was a mutual connection.
Yeah. The way that it was edited, though, they edited in all your fun moments. Yeah, and I think that was how you were. That was how the editing was.
You didn't seem thirsty like Dylan does.
Yeah, well, Dylan, I have my own issues with. Yeah, he's very thirsty, and he's young, and he's very he goes with what he wants, but it's like that girl in drama class who tries so hard to get the teacher to notice her, and it's so much, and she'll never be picked.
I think Dylan has a very competitive
Yes.
spirit, and I think that it actually worked to his advantage. And I don't know if you all watched the episode 7, but
We haven't watched it yet. Not yet.
Not yet. We haven't watched it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, you really get to see another side of Dylan. He's not Dylan the villain in this one. He's actually, you get to see the softer side of Dylan. You get to see him interact with the family, and there was actually a connection with the family.
Interesting.
All right. Well, I hope you.
I believe you.
Connection with the family. But honey, if he got one more Oprah hug, honey, he got so many Oprah hugs. All of these Oprah hugs, I was like, oh my baby Dylan, honey, he so deserves something. He didn't get.
Or he got the kiss, and he tried to go in and kiss, and he kissed him on the cheek, and I felt so bad
bless
for
his
him.
heart. He's just young.
I cringed, honey. My booty hole was just so tight. Balled up like knuckles. I was like, ooh. It was so cringing to watch. Like, I could not believe that swerve that he did on
Yes.
on
It was painful.
It's not cute at all. I felt some type of way about it.
Who was someone in the house, like one of the other guys, who you? Yes, that's gonna be my next gif. Who did you feel like you got along well in the house with?
I know you didn't go in to make friends, but was there anybody that it just happened that you got along?
Okay, so I instantly connected with Charlie and Rodney.
Yes.
And we actually shared a room together.
Who went home?
And were eliminated the first episode.
Yes.
Well.
So, and then after that, I connected with Robbie because I feel like Robbie and I have a lot of similarities. Like, we have similar core values.
Yes.
Both practice Buddhism. We both have a similar outlook on life. And we both have a really, really positive, just kind of spirit, angelic spirit. And we go into things just with an optimistic type, outlook. So,
Agreed.
I think we connected on that. And plus, we're humorous.
Yeah.
So.
Was there anybody in the house that you're fine? Like, Because I know y'all just filmed the reunion. Was there anybody in the house that you were like, oh, I'm not so happy to see you?
No.
No, there wasn't anybody that I would say that I just was not happy to see. Because Chad had already packed his bags, I kind of felt like, why is he still here?
That's what I said to myself every day.
Because he packed his bags, he already was like, I'm going to leave. So I was like, if you're going to leave, I'm not really sure why you're here. And it was a little difficult for me at first to connect with Paul. But there was some times in the car, like we would be waiting, and Paul can let loose. Paul, secretly, deep down inside, he's a little animal, like party animal. I think I could party with Paul. I think that's something people don't know about me.
I don't think the
all
editing
the
showed
words
that.
to Little Kim, How Many Licks? And he knew all the words to, what's the other song? Kaya, My Neck, My Back.
Stop!
All the words.
Stop!
And I said, I can party with Miss Paul, honey. Miss Paula give me my life out on the dance floor. But, we didn't get to go to the club or anything. But I will say, initially, upon initial visit, I was just like, I don't know about Paul. But that car moment kind of turned around for me because I was like, oh, he knows how to have fun. I just think the cameras
they never caught
that.
They never Well, they have to put people in boxes.
They have to put people in boxes. Let's talk about some of the other guys. Are you okay with me just like saying a guy's name and you giving me one word that you just kind of think of, just free associating?
Oh, that should be fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, let's start with when you just talked. Oh yeah, get some courage. Robbie.
Okay. Robbie. One word doesn't come to mind because I really connected with him with many levels. Like it's just fun.
Okay,
I guess that's the first
good.
word that comes to mind.
That's
it's just
good.
Fun.
Brandon.
Spiritual, but it's more so because that's what he wants to project.
Right.
That's a good point.
Interesting.
Ooh, Danique notices all.
Because I'm spiritual as well, but I think for him, that's more so like, he has a lot of focus on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's a good thing. Your spirit, being connected with your spirituality is very important. And so that's the first thing that comes to mind with Brandon is spiritual.
Cool. Eric.
His smile, I don't know, his smile makes me smile for some reason because he does that. I can't do it, but it looks good on him.
Smile.
And hair. Hair is something that comes to mind. His hair is so perfect.
Yes.
Well,
oh my God, he has such perfect hair.
Sam.
Emotional, and emotional, and with Sam, I just always want to give him like the biggest bear hug because y'all didn't see it on camera, but I cried so much for Sam because I felt like I could relate to him in my younger years. I totally knew how it felt to be in a situation that was out of my element and not able to really connect with anybody and not really have anyone to turn to.
Yeah.
I'm not originally from LA. I'm from the South. I'm from Georgia.
South Carolina.
Hey, I'm my Southern baby.
There we are. He's from Oklahoma, which is the fake South.
It's like white trash.
It's wholesome. It's a wholesome value.
Wholesome and
spirit.
It is.
Anyway, Southern represent.
Moving from the South to here, I went through a lot of the emotions that Sam was going through in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, emotional and finding himself, those are the two things that kind of come to mind with him.
One more, Dylan.
Young. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
That's what we've been saying. He's young. He's young, and he's that competitive streak and trying to show people kind of what's there. Sorry.
Owns it. Dylan owns it. He knows he's young. I think he stated, with me that, he's young and he has a lot to learn. So for me, that's why I can, hang out with him and stuff because he's open. He's open. He knows that he's young, but Dylan is fun. Dylan's a lot of fun. And he's one of the first people to always come out and connect. Like, he always reaches out to me, reaches out to the gang, and always wants to bring us together. So this has some good qualities. And I think you all, if y'all watch the episode, you'll get to see it on this episode.
Tonight.
Ooh, that bitch is gonna make me eat my words.
We'll do it tonight. It's interesting, seeing you said you hadn't watched reality a lot lately. Now you know how they do put people in boxes, like how they edited Paul's, like, saying, "Oh, I have a dead fiance." Like, right away, we knew who that person was.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Paul, he got the stiff, that was how he was portrayed. And we thought there was more to him than that, but,
But apparently we didn't get to see it, but you
Yeah.
said. Was there anything you would have done? I'm sorry.
To it than that. I didn't get to see it either.
Yeah.
I just got a glimpse of it. So, and that's why I think it's more to him than that.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe one day we'll get to see that side of him.
Who knows?
But yeah.
How was because I know because I just saw Robbie at a restaurant the other day, and I know that you filmed the reunion, so I know you can't say obviously anything, but was there tea served? That's all I want to know.
Yes, honey. The tea
flowed openly.
It was over, honey. So much tea. Tea, elemental P, QRSQD, honey. It was so much. I mean, Lance could barely get a word in.
Oh, I love it.
Take out for blood. They were like, vultures, just.
Yeah, Sam.
Oh, it was
Sam.
crazy. You gotta watch that reunion.
Sam told me the
reunion.
Sam texted me and said the reunion was crazy. He, in his words,
It
said
was all
crazy.
kind of cray.
Yeah. And so we're very excited because we may have to wear sportscaster suits and do a live version of that.
Play. Well, so one more question, and I'll let you go. So, like, knowing now that, because I love it that you said you don't know a lot about reality TV, and then going now and seeing how the show was edited and how you portrayed everything, would you have done anything differently? Would you play the game differently?
I would have been more outspoken and more just out there like Robbie was. And not saying that I'm as, out there as Robbie is, but I think I would have just been more myself. For me, I kind of went into it as like, I almost was kind of like, oh, okay, like I want to be a little reserved. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Because you have to think about it. Usually when you go on a date, you know a little bit about the person.
True.
And we were going on a date, and I don't know anything about him. Usually when I go on a date, I have a conversation with this person. I get to know what they like, what they don't like.
And you don't have 3 other people with you. And there's not 3 other people with you, so it's strange. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just didn't really know what to do, and I think I would have been more funny, more myself, and just would have been more just out there,
Yeah.
Like I am now, just more amplified of who I am now. But I think on the 3rd episode, you all got to see a little bit of that.
I think we got an idea of who you were. I mean, like, that's why we said, oh, we love him because he's just so. He's authentic. He's quirky. He says kind of the first thing that comes to his mind, and it's not afraid of kind of saying something that's kind of strange and offbeat.
Well, you don't take yourself seriously. I mean, you do, but you don't.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And I think there's a difference.
Not this show. I definitely didn't take
and
it
the
too
show.
serious.
That was kind of the problem with the show. Everyone was so fucking serious.
Not everyone.
No,
but most people.
Robbie was.
I think a lot of people took it real, and I honestly, that was something that I looked at for myself. I felt like I took it a little bit too serious, so that was something I would change. Like, it just wasn't that serious. Like, I was supposed to have fun with it, and whoever Robert chose, he was supposed to fall in love with that, the fun side of the person and who they really were. Versus this kind of
not like stilted person. Yeah, agreed.
Well,
we have learned a lot.
well, we'll see. This was a tea session.
This
Next time I'm bringing a tea set. I loved it.
I'm glad y'all are liking it.
It's like an informant.
It is informant. So thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so
being
much,
here
Janine.
with us.
You're lovely.
You
are
were
lovely.
very lovely.
Yes.
Very, very
Anyway.
lovely. And so, yeah, tell everybody, are you on Twitter and all that where people can find you?
Oh, y'all can find me at Danique da Freak on Instagram, on
There we are.
Snapchat, and on Twitter, and Facebook. I don't do Facebook, so don't send me any requests because I'm not going to
So
answer.
Danique the Freak,
Facebook,
everybody.
but everything else is free.
Danique the Freak on
Everything.
Instagram,
Well, thank
Twitter.
you so much, Danique.
Thank you so
and,
much.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you.
Episode is good.
We're
Okay.
watching
This
it
one
tonight.
is good.
We're going to watch it right after we talk to you.
Mwah.
Bye,
Mwah.
sweetie. You're wonderful.
All right, kids. So that's this interview. Be sure to watch our recap of this episode. This really exciting, fantastic,
It was
action-packed
so
episode.
boring.
It was,
so boring.
fucking
We're the
boring.
only thing that makes it tolerable. It's true.
See you later.
Bye.